Welcome back, first graders. Hopefully you have your correct writing paper. We do need the writing paper that has the dotted lines on it. Please check in your brown bag that you got. When we passed bags out, there should be a pack of paper in there. If you don't know where it is, it should be in that brown bag. All right. Of course, we are sitting up nice and straight. Your chair is tucked underneath you. Your stomach is touching your desk, and your back is touching the back of your chair. Sitting up nice and tall. And we always have our hand on our paper to hold it from moving around. Our first sound is our new one, and it is I. Everybody say I. And this is the one that has 3 letters. Let's go ahead and write it together. We're going to start at the dotted line. We pull straight down, and we have a tiny dot. And then for our G, we start at 2 o'clock, up and around the clock, back up to 2 o'clock, pull down and around the bottom of the clock, making sure that this is nice and fat. H, pulling from the top, straight down, up and over the clock, down to the baseline. This says I, and it's 3 letters. I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to say it again. I, 3 letters. I-G-H says I. Say it with me. I-G-H says I. I think I can do it one more time. I don't want to squeeze it in, but I'm pretty sure I can do it. I-G-H says I. All right, my friends. If you're not at the end of the line yet, don't worry about it. Go ahead and push pause. If you are at the end of the line, our next sound is E-A-A. Say it with me. E-A-A. Let's go ahead and write it. E-A-A. Making sure my E goes straight across, up and around the clock. A. Start at the 2 o'clock, around the clock, back up to 2 o'clock, and down to the baseline. Should have a tiny little tent there. Look at how both of my letters here look like I could fit a clock in there. Make sure they're not too skinny. Nice and fat. Finger space. E-A-A. E-A-A. And we want to say it as we write it because we're trying to train our brain that every time I see this, I say E, or A. One of those sounds. It makes one of those sounds. If you're not to the end of the line yet, go ahead and push pause. All right, our next sound is the sound O. Say it with me. O. Use the O that's used in the word toe. The O that's used in the word toe. Go ahead and write it. O used in the word toe. That's my O-E. Making sure both of these are nice big clock letters. The E has a point on it. Finger space. O used in the word toe. O used in the word toe. I think I can do one more here. O used in the word toe. Our next sound is ow, o. Say it with me. Ow, o. Go ahead and write it. Ow, o. Starting at 2 o'clock, around the clock, back up to 2. And then our W goes diagonally down, diagonally up, diagonally down, diagonally up, making sure that these 3 points are touching the dotted line and these 2 points are touching the bottom line. And we say, ow, oh. Ow, oh. And remember, this one's pretty fat, so I usually can only do this one 3 times because I like to make my W really wide. Ow, oh. And I am out of room. So if you are not at the end of the line, go ahead and push pause. If you are at the end of the line, our next sound is E-I. Say it with me. E-I. Go ahead and write it. E-I. And we write that backwards with an I-E. And I like to say as I go along to help me remember, I-E says E-I. Say it with me. I-E says E-I. I-E. Oop. That E's hanging down a little bit. Let me fix that. I-E says E-I. One more time. I-E says E-I. All right, if you're not at the end of the line yet, go ahead and push pause. Our next sound is E. Say it with me. E. It's 2 letters that only say E. Go ahead and write it. E. So we go straight across, up and around the clock. Straight across, up and around the clock. Say E. When I see my E together, it says E. E. Whoa. That one's a little low there. Those E's are getting me today. No big deal. That's why we practice. That's what phonics is for, is to practice. I don't know if I can fit one more in. Let's see. E. This guy might be hanging off the edge a little bit. Just a little bit. E. All right, if you are not at the end of the line yet, go ahead and push pause. All right, our last sound is O. Say it with me. O. Please write the O that is used in the word boat. Write the O that's used in the word boat. Starting at 2 o'clock, up and around the clock, back up to 2. Starting at 2 o'clock, up and around the clock, back up to 2, pulling straight down. So we have O used in the word boat. O used in the word boat. O used in the word boat. Alrighty. If you are not at the end of the line yet, no big deal. Go ahead and push pause. If you are at the end of the line, we are going to go ahead and write 2 of our spelling words. They're going to be rhyming words using our new sound. Our new sound is the sound I. It's 3 letters that says I. The first word that we're going to write is the word night. At night, I brush my teeth and go to bed. I do that at night. At night. So the word is night. Here we go. Fist up. So we have, I'm going to actually use my thumb here. I. Ooh, 3 letters that say I. T. Can you do that with your hand? It's kind of tricky. So we have we have 3 letters that say I, and we have T. Go ahead and write that. 3 letters that say I and T. Let's see. We have 3 letters that say I would be I, G, H, and then we have T. If you wrote N-I-G-H-T, give yourself a star or a smiley. If not, please go ahead and write night now. All right. The next word we're going to write rhymes with the word night. That means it's going to have the same ending. It has the ite ending. So it has I and T. This is the word right. Right. Let's sound it out. Like we could say, you are right. Or I could say, oh, when you get to the stop sign, you need to turn right. Here we go. Right. R. I. T. So we have R. Three letters that say I and T. Right. Go ahead and write it. R. I. T. Right. Okay, so we have R is an R. Three letters that say I is I-G-H. And we have T. And look, it has I-G-H-T, I-G-H-T. They rhyme. They have the same ending. If you wrote R-I-G-H-T, give yourself a star or a smiley because you got the word right. There's a little joke for you. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me today. You are done with this, so you can take a picture and upload it, and we'll start with a new paper tomorrow.